When she first came to Glasgow, she stayed in digs in Langside, and so she joined Queen's Park Church, which was just round the corner. And then later she moved it sort of into Pollokshields to 4th Street, but still just a walk away from the church. And her interest even then was very much in children. She went to college, first of all, when she first came to Glasgow, and did her business qualification. But she taught in the Sunday school at Queen's Park Church and became the secretary of the Sunday school. And she also, children remember that she would often spend time with them on Saturdays. If it was raining, she would invite them round to her digs, or she would take them for picnics in the park. And she also helped out with the Band of Hope, which was a temperance organisation that worked in the poorest areas of the city. And Jane used to go once a week to Gorbals and, do things with children in groups there.
Jane went to Paisley to work in coats manufacturers. She also, for her extra work, she was a Sunday school teacher in Strathbungo. And that's where they have the two lovely stained glass windows in her memory. Beautiful Service and Sacrifice, they're called.
After she got her business qualification, she got the job in J&P Coats, and she worked in the counting house, which was the kind of admin and management centre. It's rather a beautiful building. It's now flat.
I think Jane's experiences working in Coats gave her so much confidence in herself. She came from a very quiet farmland area, and she was quiet in school, but she managed to take on this role of great responsibility in Coats. And she spent, I'm not sure it was 10 years there, 10 years. So all that time, obviously, made her the person that she became. And even the fact of working with children as well. And she must have realised, I love doing this, and I would like to carry on something like this in the future.
A lot of people think she was a mill girl, but she didn't actually work in the mill. She worked in the office, and she was obviously very bright and kind of went up in the ranks. And eventually she was kind of the right-hand person of the financial director, a man called Mr. Peacock, who valued Jane very highly.
She always felt that there was more. She wanted to do more. It was always in her mind that she wanted to do more. One of her cousins was a missionary as well, and sent her a brochure that needed a matron out in Budapest. So she didn't give up her work straight away at Coats because there was somebody ill, some member of the family was ill, and she stayed on. That was, her commitment to her employer showed through. She stayed on to help him out.
As she got to be around 30, she was increasingly feeling, I don't want to be in the finance department at Coats all my life. I really want to work with children. And I guess she had a kind of now or never feeling. And she gave up her job in Coats, to the horror of most of her friends and family, and went to domestic science college and got a qualification in, I suppose, catering and all these kind of things. And then she got a job in Manchester in a hostel. And it was when she was there that she saw the advert for the matron of the girls' home in the Church of Scotland School in Budapest. And I imagine that was, her dream job, because it had the church side and the children's side, and off she went. I think she was quite adventurous, really. Coming to Glasgow in the first place from a farm in a village in Dumfriesshire, and then chance to go to Budapest, great, off she went. After she'd got the job to go to Budapest, she went to the Church of Scotland College, which was called St. Combs. That was important as well because they were very practical. They trained women mainly for the mission field, and young women were going out from Edinburgh to China and Mongolia and the back and beyond, really, on their own, in an era when there was not much communication, not many people would speak English, And they gave a very practical training in how to live on your own and how to find resources within yourself and be sociable with other people. And as well as they got to see educational establishments, and they also got trained in how to run meetings and take minutes and stuff. You know, practical stuff as well as the spiritual side of it, which was the kind of framework, obviously, of the whole thing.